Hi friends, this is Jeremy Flagg, life coach, success strategist, author of Your Best Is Next, coming at you with a personal development moment. Wanted to inspire you a little bit with a story that I told my wife this weekend. She said it gave her goosebumps and chills on her arms, so I wanted to share it with you. It's about waking up to your worth, waking up to the power of knowing how valued you are. So the story goes, and I haven't been able to verify it, but the story goes that there was an older woman who was being taken care of by a caretaker in Britain. And the caretaker would come every day, as caretakers do, and help her client make sure that she could live life well and successfully as best she could on her own, and then also help her with things she couldn't do. Well, one day she was at the house with her client, and the client was in another room working on something else. And so the caretaker had some opportunity to look around and see her space. And while she was checking out all the pictures on the walls, she noticed one very classy looking frame with a document in it. Now, you should know that this older woman who was being taken care of by the caretaker, she was formerly a maid, a servant at Buckingham Palace. That's how the story goes. So she was there for many, many years, over 30 years, and then she retired because she fell ill. Now, this caretaker is taking care of her, sees this ornate frame, and sees the Buckingham Palace logo on the parchment paper. So she goes up and she checks it out, and she reads it, and her jaw drops. She doesn't know what to think about what she's just seen. So she asks her client when she comes back out, the older woman, she says, have you ever seen this? Have you ever read this? She says, oh yes, sweetie, it's on my wall, and I got that from the palace, and as soon as I got it in the mail, I hung it up, put it in a nice frame because I knew it was from the palace, and it's such a wonderful gift from them. I was with them for 30 years. And she says, no, have you ever read it? And she says, no, sweetie, I can't read. And the caretaker proceeds to read it to her for the very first time. She hears that what the palace sent her in the mail was an inheritance. It was an heirloom gift to her for her retirement and for her great service to the palace. They sent her basically anything she needed to take care of herself and her family members through the end of her life. The caretaker all at once freaked out and said, have you ever laid claim to this inheritance? She says, no, I had no idea it existed. I didn't even read, right? She spent the next 10 years of her life in a much higher quality of living than she had, all because one caretaker took the opportunity to notice something that she had already been given, that she had already inherited, but she was completely unaware of it. Friends, that's about us. It's a story about us. We've been given the world. We've been given the opportunity to make and create the world and the life that we want, but we stay largely unaware of it. I want to make you aware of it. I want you to wake up to your worth, because when you wake up to your worth, then you won't settle for less like this woman did. She had no idea that she had this inheritance from the palace, but here she was, already sitting in an inherited spot, but not knowing it, completely unaware of it. I don't want you to stay unaware of who you are. I want you to wake up to your worth. I want you to feel valued, because when you feel valued and you know your worth, then you don't settle for less. You charge what you're worth. You take your time more seriously, and you know that you have a contribution to make in this world, because we need your voice, we need your talent, and we need your gift, and we need it today, not some other day. Wake up to your worth, friend, and you will find a whole high quality of life that you never knew you were capable of, but was there with you all the time.